Human Rights Watch, along with 10 other human rights organizations, has sent a letter this week to the Secretary General of the United Nations and to member states, raising serious concerns about how the United Nations is organizing the upcoming Doha 3 meeting, which is scheduled to take place on June 30th and July 1st. We have two major concerns about how this meeting is being organized. One is that the issue of human rights, particularly women's rights, seems to be being pushed further and further off the agenda. The second issue is that Afghan women who have a right to be full participants in this meeting and in all discussions about their country's future under Security Council Resolution 1325 seem to also be being pushed out of the meeting. We want to emphasize that even the model that was used during the previous Doha 2 meeting, where 3 Afghan women were invited and allowed to spend 2 hours on the second day of the meeting after the Secretary General had left with those delegates who agreed to meet with them, is also not full participation. Full participation means full participation, being part of the meeting and treated as a full member of the discussion throughout the discussion. So in our letter, we've asked states to push the United Nations to take seriously these concerns and to change the plans for the meeting, and we've pushed the Secretary General to do the same. This really is related to a deep concern that we have that the United Nations seems to be bending over backwards to try to convince the Taliban to come and participate in this meeting, and that includes making concessions to the Taliban, which are not compatible with the obligation of the United Nations to uphold human rights, including the rights of women and girls who are under attack in Afghanistan, where the Taliban have created the most serious women's rights crisis on the planet.